Thanks, guys. And with me, I have my very special guest, Stephen Kender. Thanks for coming, Stephen.
No problem.
So, first, what is Difference Makers to you, and why is it important?
Well, the Difference Maker program is an open entrepreneurship initiative at UMass Lowell. It allows students to develop their idea if they have one, and if they don't have one, they can find a team that has an idea. And they can use their skills and develop new skills to make that idea a reality. And to me, it's been very helpful. I started out in my first semester. I took part in the Difference Maker program, and I really feel that I got the most out of my first semester by doing that. I was able to make an actual product, and it won in one of the Difference Maker events.
That's cool. So, what impact does Difference Makers make on campus?
Well, if a student has an idea, if they're not allowed those resources to make it a reality, then that idea is just going to fizzle out in their mind. But the Difference Maker program actively has workshops, lets the professors get involved with the student's idea, and there's lots of resources to build a team around that idea. So it really helps students make their product a reality, and it teaches them great business skills, the business skills they need in the future if they want to start a business. And it's a great campus program that can reach to a lot of students.
So, what was the problem that you had to solve?
Well, the problem is very known. Sports injuries. Many of them are very debilitating and can keep athletes out for weeks and months. And so we decided to develop a sports equipment that had superior impact protective properties and also was low cost, modular, so you could use it between sports, which was a major expense for many consumers who especially for kids and teens who play multiple sports. And it's highly protective, but at the same time it's lightweight and flexible, so it feels more natural for an athlete, and it doesn't get in the way of their performance.
So, what is your product called?
It's called Kender's Body Armor. I developed it with my sisters, Laura and Elizabeth Kender, and the acronym Kenders stands for Kinetic Energy Dissipating Equipment Response System, and that's our little acronym for the equipment because upon an impact, it will actually absorb the energy in becoming more solid-like. The materials inside it are fluid-like under normal movements and pressures, but when that impact hits, you get a shear thickening reaction and a transition to a solid-like state, and that solid-likeness is dependent on the force. So the harder you get hit, the more protective it'll be.
Cool. So, what inspired you to make this?
Well, over the summer last year, I thought of a unique idea how a product could be flexible under normal movements, and then once you get hit, it solidifies so that it protects you from snapping your joints or doing any extra harm to yourself. And I looked through different materials on the internet. There are different materials that react like that due to electrical or magnetic fields, but I wanted something that didn't require any circuitry that could go wrong. So I found shear thickening fluids, and it's kind of like oobleck, cornstarch and water. I'm sure a lot of people have played with it before, where you stomp on it and it gets hard, but you can pick it up and it dribbles through your fingers. And that's a type of that chemical is in our product.
Great. So, how did Difference Makers help you bring your idea to fruition?
Well, I'm absolutely certain that without the Difference Maker program, with all the help that I got from faculty and different people around campus, our product wouldn't be a reality. Without it, we wouldn't have access to the materials and chemicals that we use, the labs that we use to make them, and which we thought was extremely kind, and we definitely could not have done it without it.
So, where would you like to see Difference Makers go in the future?
Well, the Difference Maker program has been around for a few years, but and it's fine-tuned itself over that time, but there's definitely plenty of room for expansion and for improvement. And ways that could be done is more aggressive marketing, so that more students find out about the opportunities available to them if they have an idea or if they want to get involved. And me personally, I'm actually working with previous high school teachers and faculty to bring the Difference Maker program or something like it, an entrepreneurship initiative, to surrounding towns, to high schools and middle schools, so that younger kids who have ideas, I know I personally had some ideas in high school, but they fizzled out in my head. And I know people who have ideas, so they'll get the resources that they need to make their product a reality, and that includes business crash courses, prototyping centers, anything that they need. And it's not just for engineers, it's also for people who want to make a nonprofit organization or a society of some sort, or just a business model. And it'll teach much faster entrepreneurship ideas and hobbies, and habits, so that students will be able to realize their full potential before they even hit college.
Well, I'd like to thank you, Stephen, for spending your time with me today, and good luck to you in the future.
Thank you very much.